Hello Golden State Warriors fans, we are here once again to bring you the latest news related to our team, and I would like to emphasize how committed we are to improving our performance to achieve great results. Before we dive into this intriguing news, I kindly request you to show your support by clicking the like button, and if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, I invite you all to join us on an exciting journey. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. A look back at NBA draft history as the Warriors prepare to pick 41st. Could it be Nikola Jokic? Probably not. But hey, you never know. Believe it or not, the 2025 NBA draft is right around the corner. That means we'll soon shift our focus from the ongoing restricted free agency drama of Jonathan Kuminga, pipe dreams of luring Giannis Antetokounmpo, and endless debates about which veterans might sign for the minimum, to one simple question. Who will the Golden State Warriors select in the draft? And yes, we mean one player. For now, at least. The Warriors have shuffled draft picks around like a Vegas card dealer in recent years, so there's always a chance they trade for an extra pick, or move off the one they've got. At the moment, they're once again without a first-rounder, second year in a row, after trading away the No. 20 pick as part of the deal that brought in Jimmy Butler III. But they do hold a second-round selection, the 41st overall pick, set to be made on Thursday, June 26th. That pick has a long, winding backstory, because of course it does. Originally belonging to the Miami Heat, it eventually made its way to Golden State via a convoluted series of trades dating back to 2019. Most recently, the Nets included it in a package with Dennis Schroeder in exchange for DeAnthony Melton, Reece Beekman, and 3 second-rounders. And now, it's the Warriors' turn to make something of it. Golden State has a solid recent track record with second-rounders. Trace Jackson-Davis in 2023, Quinton Post in 2024, and of course, Draymond Green way back when. But let's not sugarcoat it, second-round success stories are more the exception than the rule. Despite the NBA's efforts to stretch the draft into a two-day spectacle, the odds of striking gold at pick 41 are slim. So what can the Warriors realistically expect from this selection? Let's take a look at the last 20 players picked at No. 41 and see where they ended up. It'll help set expectations, and maybe offer a little hope. 2024, Adem Bona, sophomore, UCLA, 76ers. Rookie stats, 58 games, 15.6 minutes, 5.8 points, 4.2 rebounds. Career trajectory, still developing. Philly is happy with Bona, who held his own thanks to a very injured Sixers roster. 2023, Omori Bailey, freshman, UCLA, Hornets. Rookie stats, 10 games, 6.5 minutes, 2.3 points. Career, G League. Spent all of 2024 to 25 in the G League. Apparently, UCLA is becoming the go-to for 41st picks. 2022, E.J. Liddell, Jr., Ohio State, Pelicans. Rookie stats, DNP, ACL injury. Career, on the fringe. Lost his rookie year to injury, and since then, just 20 games played over 2 seasons. That's the tough reality of life as a second-rounder. 2021, Joe Wieskamp, Jr., Iowa, Spurs. Rookie stats, 29 games, 7.1 minutes, 2.1 points. Career, out of the NBA. Flashed briefly, but after 2 seasons, he's been playing overseas. 2020, Trey Jones, sophomore, Duke, Spurs. Rookie stats, 37 games, 7.3 minutes, 2.5 points. Career, solid rotation player. Didn't do much early on, but developed into a starting caliber guard by year 3. Proof that patience pays off. 2019, Eric Paschall, senior, Villanova, Warriors. Rookie stats, 60 games, 27.6 minutes, 14.0 points. Career, 3 years in the NBA. Looked like a steal in year 1, 6th in Rookie of the Year voting, but quickly faded. Now playing overseas. 2018, Jard Vanderbilt, freshman, Kentucky, Nuggets. Rookie stats, 17 games, 4.1 minutes, 1.4 points. Career, high-level role player. Took years to find his footing, but now a key piece when healthy. Just needed time and patience. 2017, Tyler Dorsey, sophomore, Oregon, Hawks. Rookie stats, 56 games, 7.2 points. Career, overseas. Had a decent start but never found his niche. Now back in Europe. 2016, Steven Zimmerman, freshman, UNLV, Magic. Rookie stats, 19 games, 1.2 points. Career, one and done. Blink and you missed him. 2015, Pat Connaughton, senior, Notre Dame, Blazers. Rookie stats, 34 games, 1.1 points. Career, still going strong after 10+ years. Took until his third season to emerge, but carved out a reliable role and is still in the league. A great outcome for a pick this late. 2014, Nikola Jokic, Serbia, Nuggets. Rookie stats, not applicable, played overseas. Career, 3 times MVP, NBA champion, future Hall of Famer. Need we say more? Sometimes, you get a legend. 2013, Jamal Franklin, Jr., San Diego State, Grizzlies. Rookie stats, 21 games, 1.9 points. Career, faded fast. Barely made it to a second season. 2012, Tyshawn Taylor, senior, Kansas, Nets. Rookie stats, 38 games, 2.2 points. Career, 2 short years. Another flash, then fade. 2011, Darius Morris, sophomore, Michigan, Lakers. Rookie stats, 19 games, 2.4 points. Career, 4 years, 5 teams. Journeyman. Never quite stuck. 2010, Jarvis Vonotto, senior, Mississippi State, Heat. Rookie stats, DNP. Career, cup of coffee. Played just 37 NBA games total. 2009, Jody Meeks, Jr., Kentucky, Bucks. Rookie stats, 60 games, 4.7 points. Career, 10 years. A quality role player known for his shooting. 2008, Nathan Jawai, Australia, Raptors. Rookie stats, 6 games. Career, 2-year stint. Never found his place. 2007, Chris Richard, senior, Florida, Timberwolves. Rookie stats, 52 games. Career, short-lived. In and out in 2 seasons. 2006, James Augustine, senior, Illinois, Magic. Rookie stats, 2 games. Career, brief. Just 27 games in total. 2005, Roko Jukic, Croatia, Raptors. Rookie stats, didn't play until 3 years later. Career, 2 seasons. Promising start, quick ending. Final thoughts. If history tells us anything, it's this: most 41st picks don't move the needle. But every once in a while, you land a guy who changes your franchise forever. So go ahead, Warriors, shock the world. And if the next Nikola Jokic is on the board, don't overthink it. Just draft him. 31 Warriors off-season scenarios. Part 1. The case for re-signing Jonathan Kuminga. What kind of lineup could Golden State field if they kept Jonathan Kuminga? With their season long over and the NBA Finals wrapping up, the off-season is officially upon us. So I started sketching out every possible roster plan as if I was sitting in the Warriors front office, working with Mike Dunleavy Jr., Joe Lacob, and Steve Kerr to assemble the 2025-26 squad. Normally, I keep these hunches to myself, but this year, I'm sharing them to give fans insight into the vast landscape of options in play. I've mapped out 31 distinct scenarios, 32 if you factor in the Desmond Bane trade before the Magic swooped in. I'm presenting them in 3 installments, all revolving around the off-season's main puzzle, Jonathan Kuminga. This part, 6 scenarios. What if the Warriors re-sign Kuminga? I'm assuming a 4-year extension worth $100 million, with a starting salary of $22.5 million. That may be slightly under market, but a slowed-down free agent period makes it plausible. Links to follow-ups will be added as Parts 2 and 3 are published. Part 2. 15 Kuminga sign and trade scenarios. Part 3. 10 scenarios where the Warriors waive their rights to Kuminga. Assumptions for all scenarios. All free agent rights are waived, except Kuminga's. No player is traded in more than 2 scenarios, and any repeat must involve a different deal. Signing the same free agent happens only once. Unlimited scenarios include re-signing Kuminga. Rosters fill out with Gary Payton II, Kevin Looney, Pat Spencer, and Braxton Key. Payton and Looney could be swapped for other minimum vet depth players. Spencer and Key fill training camp preseason roles. The case for re-signing Jonathan Kuminga. Before Steph's post-season calf injury, Golden State's rotation had obvious gaps. Ideally, GM Dunleavy Jr. could bring back a lead paint scorer, a reliable stretch big, another wing threat, someone Kerr trusts in the playoffs, with real shot creation. That's a tall order with limited cap flexibility. Kuminga is the team's best athlete and its second-best scorer. His frame is lanky, and inconsistent defense and rebounding sometimes frustrate Kerr and the veterans, and rightly so. But at 22, he's a supremely gifted wing with the potential to thrive as a scorer. Think Jordan Poole with a steady diet of shot attempts. If you see Kuminga on a Corey Maggette or Carmelo Anthony trajectory, your perspective shifts. But dismissing him outright would be premature. Re-signing him would almost certainly push the Warriors over the first apron. I don't expect Green to be traded, meaning they couldn't use the traded player exception or biannual exception. That's not sexy, but it sets the foundation for these opening, boring yet strategic, scenarios. The real question: can the Warriors lure in a veteran big via the taxpayer mid-level exception? Basketball and Hoop Scenario 1. The easy plan. Sign Brook Lopez, 1 year, $5.7 million, player option, via TPMLE. Re-sign Kuminga, 4 years, $100 million, $22.5 million starting salary. Sign Monte Morris, 1 year, minimum. Re-sign Gary Payton 2, 1 year, minimum. Projected starting lineup. PG, Steph Curry, Monte Morris. SG, Brandon Podziemski, Buddy Hield. SF, Jimmy Butler, Moses Moody, Payton. PF, Draymond Green, Kuminga, Gui Santos. C, Brook Lopez, Quinton Post, Trace Jackson Davis, 41st pick. This may not get headlines, but if Golden State lands Lopez or a veteran like Al Horford via the TPMLE, there's strong justification to re-sign key pieces and follow last season's successful blueprint. Buddy Hield, Moses Moody, and Kuminga are the likeliest trade chips, but Hield's elite shooting and Moody's 37.4% on threes last year have been crucial. Trading either would risk undermining wing depth behind Butler, on the back nine of his career and with injury history. That makes landing a veteran center like Lopez even more important, and eliminates need to trade shooters. The backup point guard spot is promising this season, with minimum contract options available, like Monte Morris. Payton offers familiar defensive upside. With only $900K below the second apron, they'd be at the hard cap, but still able to add via trade. And cap flexibility from Kuminga Moody Hield remains in play. Basketball and Hoop Scenario 2. Power forward swap with Mo Wagner. Trade Moses Moody Orlando for Mo Wagner. Re-sign Kuminga. Sign Trey Jones, TPMLE, 1 year, $5.7 million player option. Re-sign Gary Payton 2, 1 year, minimum. Re-sign Braxton Key and Pat Spencer, non-guaranteed, minimum. Rotation. PG, Steph Curry, Trey Jones, Pat Spencer. SG, Podziemski, Buddy Hield, 41st pick. SF, Butler, Kuminga, Key. PF, Green, Payton 2, Gui Santos. C, Wagner, Quinton Post, Trace Jackson Davis. Orlando has depth at center but lacks shooting. Wagner, 21.5p36 and a legitimate stretch big, is a prime target. Though porous defensively, GSW could give him more minutes alongside Green, stabilizing the front court. Trading Moody for Wagner would make Kuminga's re-signing even smarter, since the wing rotation would stay solid. With Wagner locked in, the TPMLE would go to a guard. Trey Jones fits well as a backup carrier. Spencer and Key provide depth, while the financials land them under $50,000 below the second apron. Basketball and Hoop Scenario 3. Starting center Mark Williams. Re-sign Kuminga. Trade Moody plus Warriors 2026 first, Hornets for Mark Williams. Sign Bojan Bogdanovic, TPMLE, 1 year, $5.7 million. Sign Mason Plumlee, 1 year, minimum. Re-sign Payton 2, Pat Spencer. Rotation. PG, Curry, Spencer. SG, Podziemski, Hield, 41st pick. SF, Butler, Bogdanovic, Payton 2. PF, Green, Kuminga, Gui Santos. C, Williams, Quinton Post, Jackson Davis, Plumlee. Williams, raw but with 15.3p10, 10.2r36, is a high-upside young big whose values dipped due to health. Getting him for Moody plus a 2026 pick is risky, but his potential is obvious. Adding Bogdanovic gives a reliable 3-point threat, though he's coming off injury. This roster lands $3.6m under the second apron, and 15-man depth is solid with Post, Jackson Davis, Plumlee, Payton, and Spencer. Basketball and Hoop Scenario 4, shot-blocking anchor Robert Williams. Trade Moody plus Jarrett Jackson Davis, Trailblazers for Robert Williams plus picks. Re-sign Kuminga. Sign DeAnthony Melton, TPMLE partial, $4 million. Sign Charles Bassey, re-sign Looney, re-sign Pat Spencer. Rotation. PG, Curry, Melton, Spencer. SG, Podziemski, Hield. SF, Butler, Kuminga. PF, Green, Gui Santos, 41st pick. C, Robert Williams, Post, Looney, Bassey. If no viable free agent center is available, GSW may hit the trade market. Robert Williams, athletic, versatile rim protector, fits that mold. Hard to give away Moody plus JJD, but athletic defense anchors the front court. Adding Melton, Looney, Bassey, and Spencer fortifies depth. They'd need to choose between TPMLE or exceeding the apron, but DeAnthony Melton makes solid sense if affordable. Basketball and Hoop Scenario 5, wildcard Bradley Beal. Re-sign Kuminga. Re-sign Bradley Beal, 1 year, minimum. Trade Moody, Hield, JJD, Gui Santos, Blazers for Robert Williams, Matisse Thybulle plus picks. Sign DeAndre Jordan, Bol, re-sign Payton 2, Pat Spencer. Rotation. PG, Curry, Podziemski, Spencer. SG, Beal, Thybulle, 41st pick. SF, Butler, Kuminga. PF, Green, Payton 2, Bol. C, Williams, Post, Jordan. A moonshot scenario. Heat might stretch to buy out Beal. If he ends up in Golden State on a minimum deal, he'd fill that scoring void behind Curry Butler and give space to Kuminga Green. Pairing him with Thybulle, one of the NBA's best wing defenders, suddenly becomes credible. They'd be at the second apron, but depth improves with Jordan and Bol. Basketball and Hoop Scenario 6, defensive anchor Walker Kessler. Trade Moody plus 41st pick plus 2026 first plus unprotected 2029 and 2031 1 STS to Utah for Walker Kessler plus Svi Mikhailiuk. Re-sign Kuminga. Sign Duncan Robinson, TPMLE, 1 year, $5.7 million player option. Sign Delano Banton, 1 year, minimum. Re-sign Looney, re-sign Payton 2. Lineup. PG, Curry, Podziemski, Banton. SG, Robinson, Hield. SF, Butler, Mikhailiuk, Payton 2. PF, Green, Kuminga, Gui Santos. C, Kessler, Post, Jackson Davis, Looney. Kessler is a premier shot blocker and rebounder, but negotiating for him is challenging. Utah may see him as a $20 million plus per year player. Golden State could trade Moody plus unprotected draft capital to get him. He'd anchor both regular season and playoffs. Duncan Robinson brings elite shooting depth. Banton adds size at backup guard. They'd land $2.4m below the apron. TLDR, why Kuminga makes sense. Re-signing him signals belief in a 22-year-old who has elite athleticism, scoring upside, and room to grow. Exactly the kind of player a contender should back. Each scenario builds around him differently. Scenario 1, lean veteran approach with Lopez. Scenario 2, stretch PF swap with Wagner. Scenario 3 and 4, defensive centers Williams or Robert Williams. Scenario 5, bold splash with Beal Thybulle. Scenario 6, interior anchor Kessler and elite spacing with Robinson. In each version, Kuminga stays as a key wing scorer with space to develop, because if you're going to invest $100 million, you better be all in. Let me know if you want a version geared toward blog publication, social posts, visuals, or want me to cover the 25 other scenarios.